Today I'm going to be revisiting the UK's oldest mountain bike trail, and thanks to AMFLOW I'll be doing it with the latest mountain bike technology to see if old school trail design still makes sense with new school mountain bike tech. So here I am at Coed Y Brenin, and this is the UK's oldest mountain bike trail. Tarw D, or the Black Bull. It dates back to 1996 and was built by local man Dafydd Davies. And here's another beast, here's the AMFLOW. I want to see if a bike like this is suitable for an old school trail. The AMFLOW is very much a trail bike. 29-inch wheels, 150mm of travel, with components built for the job in hand. It is, of course, an e-mountain bike, and more of the e-bike system later. We chose it because the trail bike should ultimately be a flat-out cornering machine that can also handle jumps, rocks and roots in its stride, but ultimately is a fun and lively bike to ride. So why did we build trail centres? Well, there's a network of trails here at Coed Y Brenin, made possible by investment by Natural Resources Wales. The big mountains can be unpredictable, but trail centres weren't made to make mountain bike life easy. I think they also show you where mountain biking was and where it could be going as well. The trails here are supposed to be exciting, fast, flowy, waymarked, but also graded for all weather conditions, which is pretty handy. There's 8 trails here. We're riding Tarw D today. It's 20 kilometres long, 460 metres of climbing over that side of the valley. It's supposed to take about 1.5 to 3 hours, but I think we'll see about that. So what about this flying machine? Why do I think this is a really interesting and important bike release? Well, this is the AMFLOW PL Carbon Pro, 150mm rear travel, 160 fork, super lightweight sub 3 kilogram frame. It's a 29er. It's got an EM2B system made by DJI. It's their Avanox. Then there's an 800 watt-hour battery, which in theory should enable me to ride as many trails as I want. I have done some big rides in this bike, and it is one of the longest range batteries on the market, and it's super compact too. In terms of charging, it's got a fast charger that will get me from 0 to 75% in 1.5 hours, a long lunch. It's got wireless controls on the bar, so it declutters those completely. You've got all the different power modes. You've got auto, eco, trail, turbo, and even a 30-second boost, which gives you the full 120 Newton meters. It's got a really powerful walk mode with a hill start assist as well, which stops the bike from rolling backwards, which is really helpful on super steep terrain. You can choose to use either 2, 1 or none of these wireless controls if you want. I've actually ditched one to keep my bars nice and clean, and I actually use the touchscreen functions on this 2-inch OLED display. This built-in OLED display is super customizable, touchscreen like I've already said, but it can give you loads of information like the mode you're riding in, how far you've gone, your speed, the time of day, how much battery you've got and your range, but even your cadence, how much power I'm putting in, how much power the bike's giving me. I can connect my heart rate monitor directly to the bike, it can display that as well, even the cadence. There's a SIM card built into this bike as well for security, so I can connect my phone, I can see exactly where my bike is, and I can use my phone as a key to the bike. I can also lock it, put an alarm on it, and this bike can even record my rides and automatically upload it to Strava when I finish rolling. It really is the cutting edge of e-mountain bike tech. Bike feels light and agile in the turns. You can really throw it around like a proper trail bike, but still stable at speed. It's got a slack head angle, and actually over the 25 kph limit, which is easy to do, feels fine because it is so light. It's really the climbing part of this bike that's absolutely ludicrous. It kind of goads you into trying things that I would have never got at before, but also ride at like this intensity, like really hard up and down. I can see from my heart rate as well, it's still pretty flipping high. 51 minutes and I've got 63% of battery left. Lap of Tarw done, and it was wild, rocky, pretty challenging to be fair, and I think we've seen all the weathers that Wales can offer one day. Sun is currently out, believe it or not, so I'm gonna sit down, get something to eat and charge the bike a little bit as well. Right, exactly 1 hour later, I'm up to 98%. Well, that'll do me. Many people will come here and do one big lap and stop at the cafe for lunch and then head home, which can't blame them. But I think with this bike, possibilities are endless. I've got plenty of battery now. I think it's time for me to head out and do the beast. It's predicted to take 3 to 6 hours, 35k, 1,100 meters of climbing. It's going to test me physically and mentally, apparently. Expect loose, rocky climbs, gnarly descents, stone fly-offs, berms, tabletops and hips. All right, let's go. So I'm 15k in, 16k into the beast now, and I've decided to go full turbo for this. Did the Tarw on full auto. Let's see if I can do the whole lap on full turbo. Currently 16k, I say, 37 minutes, and I've got 64% left. The DJI Avinox M1 drive unit is super compact but robust as well, and it gives you 105 Newton meters of torque, or even 120 Newton meters of torque with peak power 1000 watts in that boost mode, which lasts 30 seconds. I've not even tried the boost mode yet. It's not really about numbers today, it's more about the experience. But actually I've been riding in auto a lot today, which sort of dynamically changes how much assistance you're getting depending on lots of different parameters, including how much effort you're putting in, but also what gradient you're at. And the bike even tells me we're currently going up a 9-degree gradient, so if I put the power down, I shall get going. I think what riding here is reminding me of is just how versatile trail bikes are. It's not about like ultimate speed down the hill, it's about bombing single tracks, and actually it's reminding me just how challenging trail centres can be. It's by no means sanitised like some trail centres could be argued of being. This is still pretty raw, but something I really like about coming to these places is there's a kind of there's a definite about it. I know I'm riding that track, it's that long. It should take me this amount of time, although everything is in fast forward when you're riding a bike like this. But it's just coming to Coed Y Brenin, for me, it's not even that far from where I live, it's about an hour and a half, but it feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere. But it is kind of still regulated, it's a little bit safe, you know where you are in the woods. It's not like you're in the complete wilderness, although it does feel like it. And you're getting to see some amazing scenery whilst thrashing the bike around the woods, and it's just a great day out. So if you take a look at the drive unit, you'll see that name, DJI, and Avinox, the name of the motor. Some of you, I'm sure, will be aware of DJI. We definitely are. We use their equipment all the time. They are market leaders in consumer drones and cameras, and really high quality kit, and that is why I think this bike is really important. It's pretty amazing to see them jump into the e-mountain bike world. They know a thing or two about making super powerful, super small motors that are using their drones, and it is really beautifully crafted, and the way it works with that 800 watt-hour battery in this bike, and it's still super lightweight, is pretty incredible. I've not seen that tech on e-mountain bikes before. Pair that with a super usable touchscreen that gives you an absolute wealth of information that you can use as you're riding for things like how much power you're putting in, or even using that auto mode to get the most out of a ride. But also you can upload that data later to really delve into information and help you plan your next adventure as well. Right, it's the beginning of the end, final downhill, and I've almost run out of battery myself. The bike hasn't, but let's get down for a cup of tea. The beast done. Well, that was amazing. I think actually that trail suits this bike so down to the ground. So epic. Anyway, 1 hour 26. That's the fastest I've done that by a mile. And that was with a couple of stops for photos as well. And I still have 20% of battery left. So I could keep going. I could charge again and go again, but I'd love to, but I'm done. 37k, 1053 meters, all in turbo, 20% battery left. Well, it's a proper day out on the bike. The perfect balance of weight and power, quite possibly. Also nice when you come to the cafe, there's lots of anti-theft features on there. So it will send you a push notification to your phone if the bike is moved, and it will give you a real-time location and status of the bike. You can even use your phone as a key, so when you walk up to your bike, it unlocks it automatically. It's also got that hill start assist to give you extra torque and the anti-rollback. You can even do static gear shifting on this bike. It can be super useful if you get yourself stuck on the side of a hill. So DJI, Avinox, and AMFLOW might be new names in the mountain bike world, but they are actually expanding their independent bike dealer network now, so you can buy and service this bike near you. Talking about prices, the PL is £5,999, and the PL Pro, which is the one I'm riding today with the 800 watt-hour battery, is £8,999. Well, I'm pooped, and the answer is yes. These trails are still relevant massively, and a bike like this can give you so much confidence and range as well that you will run out of energy, I'll guarantee that, or I will at least, before the bike runs out of battery. So yeah, I really enjoyed riding it. Don't forget to head over to GMBN and catch up with Jones, where he has been taking a first look and enjoying this bike as well. So loads more over on GMBN.